Hello and a very good morning. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. This is the morning edition of Verdict 2014. Let's begin with the headlines. Polling underway in the 13 Maoist-hit assembly segments of Jharkhand in the first phase of elections in the state. First phase of polling in 15 seats in Jammu and Kashmir starts at 8 a.m. Election Commission bars PDP from releasing its poll manifesto. Party asked to postpone release till end of the first phase. And party is set to launch big names on campaign trail for the upcoming phases. Tomorrow, Prime Minister Modi heads to Jharkhand while Congress Vice President will address rallies in Jammu and Kashmir. Well, polling got underway a short while back in 13 Naxal-hit constituencies in Jharkhand. Polling for the first phase of assembly poll starts for 15 seats in Jammu and Kashmir at 8 a.m. In Jharkhand, the fate of 199 candidates will be decided in this phase. The constituencies are spread across Maoist-affected districts. Heavy security is in place for peaceful polling. In the first phase, electors will vote at 3,939 polling booths. The polling time is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. The BJP and the Congress are expected to battle it out in the first phase in Jharkhand. In Jammu and Kashmir, 123 candidates are in the fray in this phase. The 15 assembly segments going to polls in this state today are spread across 7 districts of the Kashmir Valley: Kargil and Leh in Ladakh region, and Kishtwar, Doda and Ramban of Jammu. Heavy security is in place. Nearly 1,900 polling stations have been set up by the election authorities in these 15 constituencies. The polling time in Jammu and Kashmir is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Well, the first phase of polling in Jharkhand will see around 200 candidates in the fray. Fate of quite a few big names will be decided today by a little over 33 lakh voters. Here's a background report.
Amid boycott call by Maoists, Jharkhand is prepared for the first of the 5 phased assembly polls on Tuesday. After ruling JMM and Congress split ways, the election promises to be a 4-way contest in the state. 199 candidates will be contesting for the 13 seats at stake on Tuesday. Interestingly, Chief Minister Hemant Soren's party failed to win any of these seats in previous election. Around 33 lakh voters are expected to cast their ballots. There are a number of prominent candidates in fray in this phase. Jharkhand Rural Development Minister K.N. Tripathi, Congress State President Sukhdev Bhagat, RJD's Jharkhand Unit President Girinath Singh and former Minister Sudha Chaudhary are some of the heavyweights who will be trying their luck. Security has been stepped up to avoid any Maoist-related incidents. District election officers said all necessary precautions are being taken in the Maoist-affected districts.
सारे मतदान केंद्रों पर ठोस व्यवस्था की गई है, पैरामिलिट्री फोर्स का डिप्लॉयमेंट किया गया है और भी सारे मतदान दलों को, मतदान कर्मियों को, सेक्टर अफसर्स को सुरक्षा से संबंधित सारी एहतियाती कदमों के बारे में प्रशिक्षण दे दिया गया है। हेलीकॉप्टर से 31 बूथ के मतदान कर्मियों को भेजा गया है।
The state is looking for some sort of political stability after years of uncertainty and frequent phases of president's rule. Incumbent Chief Minister Hemant Soren's hope to return to power will be strongly tested by the RJD-JDU alliance. BJP too is hoping to ride high on its success in Maharashtra and Haryana post Lok Sabha polls victory. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, 15 seats are at stake in the first phase of polling in Jammu and Kashmir to start at 8 a.m. today. Over 100 candidates are in the fray in the first phase. Stakes are high for the ruling National Conference with as many as 7 ministers seeking re-election. Here's more.
The stage is set for the first of the 5 phased assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir. In a multi-cornered contest this year, stakes will be high for National Conference. As many as 6 ministers are seeking re-election in the first phase. Higher Education Minister Mohammad Akbar Lone, Minister for Urban Development Nawang Rizanjora and Minister for Roads and Buildings Abdul Majid Wani are some of the prominent names on the list. 5 more sitting MLAs are also among 123 candidates in fray for the 15 assembly seats in all 3 regions of the state. Yet to recover fully from the recent flood tragedy, many people still remain displaced, raising questions over what sort of turnout will the first phase see. Coupled with that is a cold spell that has pushed the mercury below freezing point in several parts of the state. The valley experienced its coldest night this season on Sunday.
इस तरह कश्मीर सैलाब से डूबा हुआ था, तो पानी से तो बहुत सारे सर्द है दीवारें मकानों की। उन्होंने बहुत सारा पानी पी रखा। जहाँ तक हमारा ताल्लुक है, इस साल तो मानी कि सर्दी जाने का नाम ही नहीं ली।
दूसरी यहाँ जो सैलाब आ गया उसकी वजह से मकानों में बहुत ठंडा है, तो इसकी वजह से तकरीबन सभी मकानों में हर एक को एक कमरे में से एक ब्लोअर चाहिए।
But Election Commission keeps its fingers crossed. Polling will begin at 8 in the morning to avoid early morning chill. Thousands of security forces and poll officials have started to reach polling stations in 7 districts.
सिक्योरिटी के मुकम्मल इंतजामात किए गए हैं जो हर मुमकिन हो सकते हैं। लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की प्रॉब्लम कोई हो सकती है क्योंकि ये लोकल इलेक्शन है और हर पार्टी का इंटरेस्ट रहता है ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वोट हासिल करने का। उसके लिए हमने इंतजामात किए हुए हैं।
Poll campaign for this phase ended Sunday evening. PDP is trying to exploit the anti-incumbency factor against ruling NC. Meanwhile, BJP, riding high on recent assembly poll victories, is looking to make strong inroads in the state. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the Election Commission has banned publication and dissemination of exit polls of any kind in poll-bound Jharkhand and Jammu and Kashmir. Moving on now, the Election Commission has restrained PDP from releasing its election manifesto. According to the poll panel, PDP cannot release its poll manifesto since campaigning for the first phase ended on Sunday evening. However, the Election Commission said that the manifesto can be released on November 26th after polling for the first phase ends. Last evening, PDP had announced that it would release its election manifesto in Srinagar today. Well, top BJP and Congress leaders will hit the campaign trail again today. Before leaving for the SAARC summit in Nepal, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address a rally in Jharkhand's Chaibasa. He will address another one in Jamshedpur after his return from Nepal. For the Congress, Vice President Rahul Gandhi will head to Jammu and Kashmir tomorrow. He will be launching his campaign trail in Lolab and Poonch. Congress President Sonia Gandhi had addressed 2 rallies in the run-up to the first phase of polls in the valley. Well, that's it on this edition of Verdict 2014. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.